Hey everyone, so this is my review of Magnum P.I. Season 2, Episode 2, called Honor Among Thieves. And essentially what this episode is about is that a pickpocket asks Magnum for help when he just finds that this phone that he recently lifts gets a very rather disturbing text message. And while all that's going on, Rick decides to make a kind of risky career move. And this was a very interesting and very fun and lighthearted episode that had a really good sort of storyline to it with how they chose to sort of have the slow reveal of who the main sort of villain is in this episode. And everything in this episode surrounding Magnum and Higgins and everything around Higgins' choice of whether or not to potentially become partners with Magnum was very fun to see, with her bringing up how she was offered a new job by MI6 and how she doesn't want Magnum to constantly flooding her with information to try and convince her to stay, and he sort of more or less goes against that wishes and does exactly that, which led to a bunch of very fun moments in this episode with him sort of highlighting all the benefits of her staying and working with him. And that led to a bunch of very fun moments in there. And then everything with the actual pickpocket in this episode was very fun, where he wanted to work alongside Magnum and Higgins to sort of have his hero moment, and Higgins and Magnum not really wanting him there, and him causing a whole lot more problems than doing good. And that led to a bunch of very fun and funny moments in this episode with them trying to work with this guy who is essentially a criminal. But I did really love those moments in this episode where the pickpocket sort of has these moments of trying to convince him that what he's doing is okay, and them trying to convince him that no, he is a criminal for being a pickpocket. And then everything in the story around the main thing of this doctor going missing and them trying to figure out who potentially kidnapped him and is threatening his wife. And the big reveal around this believed to be dead mob boss from, I think, Chicago. And how this mob boss is connected to what's going on with this doctor led to a bunch of really, really great moments that I really enjoyed seeing how it all played out. Then everything in this episode around Rick and him wanting to reopen and revive this sort of classic tiki bar in Hawaii, and that being his new career move from his old nightclub they used to run, led to a bunch of great moments with him working to try and gain a loan from this bank, but this bank denying that because of the fact of his criminal history, and the fact that due to his imprisonment for several years, he has this weird gap in his credit history that makes him seem like a very negative person to offer a loan to, and that causing him a lot of problems. And the ending of this episode led to a really great moment with Rick and TC forming this partnership around the tiki bar, and how their whole conversation around that and stuff at the end of this episode was really fun and really great to see how all that played out. Then just overall, this was a really fun and funny and great and very entertaining episode that was so much fun to see how everything played out and how all these different character storylines met and interacted and stuff was all very fun to see. So yeah, that's my review of Magnum P.I. Season 2, Episode 2, called Honor Among Thieves. So yeah, bye!